Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Amandalyn, and today I have for you yet another try on and review haul, but this time Women's Best. I purchased these items on Black Friday, but I wanted to go ahead and still review these since the items that I got are still, for one, on their website, and two, are always on sale. Women's Best is notorious for having sales year-round. Very rarely do they ever not have a sale on their activewear. Currently, these items are 20% off, so you can still get them for a great price. Women's Best is also a very affordable brand when it does come to activewear and a little bit on their nutrition and supplements. I have had a couple of their supplements and they are about the same price as other companies such as Ghost. And I wouldn't say that they're my favorite thing in the world, but doesn't mean that they're bad, doesn't mean that they're a horrible brand. I placed an order and it came pretty quick. It definitely arrived before Christmas, so that was nice. I have 4 pieces to show you, 2 tops, 2 bottoms. So without further ado, let's get into it. As always, I'm going to have my measurements listed here and in the description box down below. In clothing, I'm a little all over the place. I'm usually a size small in leggings. I'm a small in tops that are loose fit, and I'm usually a small in sports bras. However, it varies according to brand, so it made purchasing hard. I think I got the best sizes for me, but I did have to contact a lot of other reps, a couple of friends that I know, and ask them about sizing just because I have rather large arms and thick thighs. My waist at the time was a bit smaller. I have been bulking, so my waist has grown, and I wanted my clothing to fit me at all of my stages, so I ordered a variety of sizes, but I think that all these pieces do fit me, and I do want to say that for the most part, I think they are true to size. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the bottoms just because I have 2 of the same thing, but I do think that there's a difference between the 2, and I want to address that really quickly. I have my notes per usual so that I can not forget anything to tell you guys I think is important. So these are called the Power Seamless Cycling Shorts. They retail for $31.20 US currently because they are on a 20% off sale. So I never really see them higher than that. I got them fairly cheap because of the Black Friday sale. And this is the color red. So I have lilac and I have red. I got these both in a size medium, and I do that so that it fits my thighs because the thigh seams are usually fairly tight in shorts, and I didn't want to run into the issue of them like digging in or anything. They are 90% nylon and 10% elastane, so they are definitely more of a sweat wicking, sport-like material. They're not soft, you know, they don't have that buttery softness or anything, but they're not itchy or really hard by any means. So they are comfortable, they are sweat wicking. I went for a run in the red, and it was a very hot day here in South Florida. No sweat. So very sweat wicking. And I would say that's because they are in the waistband area, they're fairly thick, but in the leg area, they're not as thick. But again, the material that they're made out of does allow for a lot of breathing. In the purple, I also did a workout that I was sweating quite a bit in, and I didn't see any sweat. So I think both of these colors are very sweat wicking. So going back to the waistband, I said that it was thick, and she's thick. It has this ribbed material that goes along it. I don't know if that's supposed to help with compressiveness. I wouldn't even say that it's super compressive. They do have a slightly different pattern on the sides. I think that's supposed to help with cinching the waist, and I do think it does that. The only thing is it's a very long waistband, so I find that it hits me really high on my torso, and because of that it tends to fold and roll. They are a seamless short, so no front seam, no back seam, And because of this, you can create a uni butt effect, but I think sizing up to a medium allowed me a little bit more fabric in my glutes, so it didn't do that drastically. And because there is no front seam, I don't have an issue with camel toe. Talking about camel toe though, the gusset of these is, it's really small. I mean, if you own a pair of navigation leggings, you would think, wow, that's a small gusset, but this is even smaller. I mean, it's maybe 2.5 inches horizontally and like 1.5 inches, 2 inches vertical from front to back. Anyway, so it's a very small gusset. The inner thigh seam, it's a fairly thick flat lock seam, so that tells me that's gonna be quite durable and it's not gonna dig into your thigh, but it is a thicker one, so it's a little obnoxious, not horrible. The big difference between the lilac and the red is that I find the lilac to be more stretchy in the legs, but more compressive in the stomach, which I liked. The red one was more stretchy in the lower tummy, so there is not as much tummy control as I would have liked, but it is a little bit more compressive in my thighs, which I don't like. So if you were to pick the lilac, just saying. They have slight contour on the front of the legs and on the back of the legs, and it looks like it's supposed to go under your glutes. And I've seen girls hike it up so that it is, but if you wear them at a cycling length, like they're supposed to, you know, mid-thigh to a little bit lower than mid-thigh, the contour is nowhere near my butt. So I don't quite think that it's meant to contour your butt. I don't know. I thought the contour was a little oddly placed in my opinion, because I have had leggings that have a contour and they land under the butt, so I had high expectations for these and it did not meet that. That's okay. Whatever, they're cheap. I wear seamless underwear with these. I always wear seamless underwear in all of my activewear. However, I still see the outline of my seamless underwear, and I guess, you know, like underwear can tend to roll. Seamless underwear is notorious for that. It may not be the leggings or the shorts' fault, but I do see it. And I think another big factor for that, and it's the same reason why you would also see cellulite in these, is because the actual material, the pattern on it is solid. So there is no marbling or anything like that. It's just a flat color, and that tends to show cellulite and underwear a lot easier. As far as squat proofness goes, I was rather shocked, because I found that the lilac were more squat proof than the red, which doesn't make sense, because lilac is a lighter color, and normally lighter colors have a harder time being squat proof. In nude, both of them are 100% squat proof, as you're gonna see in the clips. But I tried it in black underwear, just, you know, shits and giggles, and I found the red was like 70% squat proof, if not lower, but the purple was like 75 to 80% squat proof, and I was just confused. Fun facts, the more you know. That's enough for bottoms. I didn't get a pair of leggings just because I owned so many leggings, and at the time I didn't have that many shorts, and I live in South Florida, like I need shorts, so I bought shorts. But that kind of goes against what I have next, which is the Power Seamless long sleeve crop top in lilac. I got it as a matching set because I wanted to be one of those girls. But did I like it on myself? Not really. But the second time I tried it on, then I liked it. So it's wearing on me a little bit. This retails for $25.90 US for the current sale. I got it in a size medium, and it is the same as the shorts, 90% nylon, 10% elastane. However, I do think that it's a little bit thinner and therefore stretchier. It is quite a thin material, so it does allow for a lot of breathability. I wore this during an upper body workout and had no problem as far as sweat goes. It's very sweat wicking. I was able to feel comfortable the whole time in this. With that being said though, I do find that it is tight in my forearms, not my biceps where I was concerned. I sized up to a medium for that fact, but it was still tight in my forearms, and I'm thinking that that has to do with this little dotting effect that it has here. I don't quite know if this was supposed to help with it. I thought it made it more stretchy. It allows for like sweat wicking ability and breathability, but I do think that it's just tight on my forearms, and I don't know what to do about it. It does have thumb holes, and the fabric that goes after the thumb holes, so like on the rest of the hand, I think it's a little long, like it does cover my fingers, and I don't really like that. That's a personal opinion. You don't have to agree with me. It is a flat lock seam on the entire top, except around the neckline, and I guess down here. The band that goes under the bust is exactly that. It is under the bust. It's not really a long crop top. I usually like my crop tops to be loose and hit right at my waist. This doesn't do that. It's a tight top, that's fine, but it does end right under the bust. So if you have a long length sports bra like this one, it probably will peek underneath. And I know that bothers some women. It kind of bothers me, because if it's a top, I shouldn't see what's underneath. But some women like that look. The band itself is ribbed just like the leggings, but I think it's a little bit thinner, which I don't, I like that. I'm glad I'm not feeling too constricted. It has the same type of contour on the side and on the back, so that you have some more breathability. Overall, I do really like this top. The neckline isn't too tight or anything. The biceps, perfect amount of room. It's very breathable. I do really like this top. I don't have really anything bad to say other than the odd tightness in the forearm. And the last thing that I have from Woman's Best to talk about is the True Tie crop top. It looks like this, and it has these little strings. You can tie them however you want. They are a really good length, so that you can tie them multiple ways, and you can adjust how tight or how loose you want them. I thought that was really nice of them. And they have like a little, it's tapered at the end. How sweet. It's a cute detail. I like it. I know a lot of companies do have this style top, but I think after looking at all the different brands, this is probably the best made one. It retails for $23.20 US on the current sale of 20% off. I got it in a size small, and I'm glad I did. I do think that it fits perfectly. And the reason I say that is because usually I have a really hard time with sleeves digging into my arms because they are quite large. But I don't have a problem with that at all in this because of how stretchy it is. Now the seams are tight. They're not loose seams by any means. They're not super stretchy. I don't think they had an elastic string going through it. So keep that in mind if you do have larger biceps than these. I do think it's very stretchy. It does not dig into my lats at all. The band under the bust is extremely stretchy. It's the same fabric as the material of the shirt, so that's nice. If not, a little bit more stretchy than the shirt. So it is, however, quite thin. So you will see your sports bra underneath, so I would suggest wearing a very light color or white if you have it. I have yet to get a white sports bra. I have the worst luck with sports bras. I think that's the hardest thing for me to shop for, so no white sports bras here, but I wore it with this gray one and it looked fine. It's whatever. It is 91% nylon and 9% elastane, so it's a very slick material. It's very breathable. You're not gonna notice sweat in it at all. It's great. Like, I don't see any problems in it. It's super thin, so it allows you to sweat and it not to show up. I do think it's a nice length for a crop top. It does end at my bust, but because of the ties, I can get like an extra 1.5 inches of fabric, and it allows it to land just above my leggings. So it's actually a very flattering length. Overall, I do really like this top. I'll probably order it in red, so I have a matching set of red eventually during another sale, because they have quite large sales quite often. So keep that in mind if you do want to shop Women's Best, look out for their sales. If you see it's only a 30% off, wait, they'll come out with a bigger one. So that's going to conclude today's haul. I do actually really enjoy these items. I don't wear them often just because I have a hard time wearing colors. Like, I'm a very black only kind of gal. I do really like these items. I'm looking forward to shopping from them in the future. Maybe get a sports bra and some leggings from them. If you haven't already, I have a couple of other try-on hauls already up on my channel, so be sure to go ahead and check those out, and I'll have them linked up here. Before you leave, don't forget to hit the like button, as it really does support me, and let me know that you enjoyed these try-on and review hauls. I love making them. I love activewear. I like trying new activewear. If you guys have a brand that you would like me to try out, please leave that down below in the description box. I would love to try more brands out and let you know what I think. Go ahead and hit subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss a future video. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and catch you next time.